Greetings, lords and ladies of YouTube land. This is Terror again, and I am taking a look at a server. And this is a server spotlight, and look at the convenience of that. Post on our forums, www.outpostmc.com. Let me press T so you can see that. Yep, that's where we're at. We're at outpostmc.com, and I'm playing pixelmon. I've got me a pretty decent sized house built. I'm going to cover the land a pretty good ways. For my tree house here, but I'm after one specific pixelmon, Abra. I want me an Abra. As you can see, I've got myself a pretty well-rounded team. I've got to build them up. I've got a level 19 Bellsprout, level 27 Pikachu, level 19 Charmeleon, and then I've got my low levels, my Oddish and my Magikarp, which if I can build my Magikarp up, I'll have a kick-butt Pokemon. I'll have a kick-butt Gyarados. So, I know my way around Pokemon. I've played them a long time. Since I was a kid, as a matter of fact, and I like Pokemon, but you know, at the same time, I want to try to do this and set up and show off the server. So what you're seeing is my house right now. This is the start. I haven't gotten very far. I set up some stuff here for Ultra Balls. My next step will be to get an anvil. Of course, not the generic Minecraft kind, the pixelmon kind, of course. But, yes, you see I have one tree right here that hasn't grown, one apricorn tree. But I have a bunch of yellows and a bunch of blacks right here, and I'll let them grow. And, let me go put my other apricorns in my chest, right back here. I don't have the house lit up pretty well yet. Okay, so I've got 3 more yellow, I've got 2 red, I've got 2 blue, 3 pink, a few green, a few white, and there's all my apricorns. Alright, so I've got a dragon scale, a moonstone, a dawnstone, and I've got some diamonds and some aluminum ingots to make Pokeball shells. But I mean the bottom part of Pokemon, yeah, bottom part of Pokemon shells. But I don't have the anvil, and without the anvil, I can't make a Pokemon shell to save my life. So, a Pokeball shell. I'm sorry, I keep saying Pokemon shell. But yeah, I mean, I know what I'm doing. I've read up on the mod. I've seen other YouTubers play the mod. So I tell you what, let's go ahead and do the spotlight. Okay? First thing we're going to do, /spawn. Sorry about the lag, folks. Happens, a combination of the server and the recording device I use. Don't get me wrong, it gives me pretty good quality videos, but still, it's one of those ones where, hey, you know, it creates massive lag. So I need to do another one. You know, use a different recording device. All right, and as you can see, we've got ice plains, forest, hills, swamp, extreme hills, and flower forests. Alright, forests and flower forests are where you're going to find Abra. Alright. Then they have the cities. Albion, Christmas Town, they have the shop, diving board, they have Treetop, Corpus Cove, Cedar Hollow, and Stella City. Alright, and then we have warps to the taiga, the savanna, the beach, the mesa, the desert, and the jungle, which is where I live. The jungle is where I live. So, you've seen that already, so we're going to check out the flower forest. All we got to do is click. Alright, and it tells you exactly what's up right here. It's claimed so the other players don't ruin the area. Alright, so I went off in that direction last time, so we're going to try to go this direction this time. And we're going to see if we can't find and catch an Abra on camera. I tell you what, I'm lagging too bad for me to do this, so I will cut and I'll be Alright, I thought you folks want to see that there is a Jigglypuff right there running away from me. So I'm not going to catch Jigglypuff because it's not really that tough a Pokemon. So I'll be back as soon as I find the Abra. Alright, so we're in a battle with a Metapod. Metapod's using Harden. I like Metapod, so we're going to see if we can't catch a Metapod. Because they turn into Butterfree. A lot of people will sit there and tell you that they're a useless Pokemon. That's not true. If you train them from a Caterpie, they are quite useful. You'll get a tackle attack and you'll get all kinds of other stuff to go along with it. So, don't listen to what other people tell you. I'm speaking from personal experience. I've trained many Metapod. Now this one might be a little useless, but once I give him a few attacks via TM, he'll be toughened up. You know, he'll be just like say what's his name? Geodude or Graveler or somebody like that. He'll be hard to beat because he's got that harden ability. So we're going to throw a Pokeball. This dude's usually pretty easy to catch. I don't foresee there being any problems. Look, he captured him. Yeah, I didn't even have to get him down to red or anything like that. So, yeah. Alright, so we'll be back again when I have something else worthwhile. Okay, I didn't find an Abra, but I do see a Kadabra right over there. And we're going to try to catch him. Oh, there's a second one right there. Alright, let's go over there, and we're going to change our Pokemon back to Charmeleon, because Charmeleon is the toughest Pokemon I've got right now. I know my Pikachu is a higher level, but give me a second. Let me initiate the battle with this guy, because I'll never be able to do it with... Alright, we're back. Now, I've initiated the battle with him. First thing I'm going to do, Pokeballs, and I'm going to try to capture him regular. Now, I know that this is hard to to do with just a regular Pokeball. Bag, Pokeball, Pokeball, waiting. Alright. Fight. Do an Ember one time. Alright, now let's use bag. Pokeballs. Pokeball. Throw it. Catch him. Dang it. That right there is the problem I have. That's what I deal with. I get close to an Abra or a Kadabra and they disappear. That's the reason that I started trying to just throw Pokeballs. So, alright, just to show you, once I get back over this rise here, give me a second. Alright, this is how you get your apricorns, right here. You get wild ones that are out here in the middle of nowhere, that aren't claimed by anybody, and you just go around and you pick them right off the top. Walk forward and you just click on the plant like that and you get the apricorn. And you see, with the stick in my hand, I can tell who's claimed this block and who hasn't. So no one has that thing claimed. So I'll be back. Alright, so we're going to continue the server Spotlight, and right up here is a Taiga Biome. So we're going to go up to the top and we're going to take a look, and we're going to see exactly what is going on. Alright, I'll show you once I get to the top of the Taiga Biome. Alright, here we are. The top of the Taiga Biome. And we're, ooh, geez, we're getting hungry. Alright, now, usually Taiga Biomes spawn in a lot of water or ice type Pokemon. Water type if you're close down to the water, or ice type if you're up here on the top of the mountains. Okay, so right here would be somebody like, say, Articuno, or I don't know. Articuno's pretty much the only flying ice type I know. And that goes to show you how long it's been since I played a Pokemon game. You know, I know all the original 150 Pokemon. I could sit there and tell you all of them. I could say Snorlax, Mew, Mewtwo. You know, I could get you that. I even know some of the next generation beyond that, which is Suicune, Gravel, Torchic, you know, a few of those. But I don't know those very well. So, one of my favorites, though, is Ralts. If I could find a Ralts, I'd be happy too. You know, those guys are pretty strong. With Psychic type, you know, if you give them a Psychic TM, they're pretty strong Pokemon. But without it, they're kind of like little weaklings, you know. So, anyways, Psychic type Pokemon are pretty tough characters, you know, and that's one guy I'd like to have in my team, you know, because it'll round out my team really, really well. I realize I don't have a flying type. I'll probably switch out the Oddish for the flying type, because with Oddish and Bellsprout in my team, that makes 2 flying types, and I mean 2 grass types, and I don't really need I don't really need 2 grass types. So we're going to continue with the server Spotlight, and I'll be right back once I bring us into another biome. Alright, so I wanted to show you this. I'm in a battle with a wild Geodude. So we're going to battle real quick, and I'm going to use Ember. Usually not very effective against rock type, but when your Pokemon is a bit stronger than the rock type, it doesn't really matter. And I like Geodude because he's a rock type. You know, rock types are hard to beat. You have to have a water type or a really, really strong Pokemon to beat them. Alright. Let's hold it right there. Alright, and let's go to bag. Let's throw a Pokeball. Alright. Let's see if we catch him. I'm hoping to catch him on camera. You captured Geodude. We got him. Level 16 Geodude right there in the bottom. Filled up our last slot. Now I have more than 6 Pokemon. I have with Geodude that makes 9 Pokemon total. But I only want specific ones in my inventory, ones that I know. So ones that I know are going to round out my team really, really well. So Geodude would be a nice addition to the team. I think I'm going to replace him with Magikarp for the time being until I can get a TM for Magikarp to make Magikarp a little bit better. Or maybe a XP share for Magikarp so that way we can get him leveled up to a Gyarados. Once I got him as Gyarados, then I can just run around and do whatever I need with him. But anyway, let's continue with the server tour, shall we? Alright, can you see it from here? Look at the wild Hitmonlee in the background. Way over there. He just disappeared out of frame. Okay, yeah, we don't want any of this Hitmonlee like I was showing you just a second ago. He's a level 46. We don't want none of him. We can't handle him. Look, guys, Onyx. I'd like to capture him, so let me see if I can. I'll be right back. Okay, this ain't a happening thing. Take a look at that Onyx, level 44. Yeah, we are definitely leaving this battle before we end up wiped out. Run. Charmeleon escaped. Good. Bye-bye. And it looks like that Onyx kind of disappeared a little bit. No, he's still running around here. Just so you guys, if you come on here so you can see the cords. Right here. That's where he is. Now, I can't guarantee that he'll always be there, you know. But, yeah. Alright, so I thought I'd show you the actual website. I had to relog because I was having some server lag. Okay, so right here we're going to go to edit, and this is your server address, play.outpostmc.com. Alright, and we're going to go to done. We're going to join the server. I don't know if you know this now, but double-clicking server more. So, yeah, your best bet is to just, and as you can see, we're a lot smoother than we were a second ago. We were literally at 1 frame per second. So, this is much, much better than we were doing. Alright, so I will be back. Found another Charmeleon. I think I want to capture it. Let's try it. Then again, maybe not. He's a little higher level than I am, 32. So, yeah, I'll be back here in a minute to show you guys some more. Alright, so we found the Team Flare base right here. And there it is, Team Flare. There's their symbol. Alright, so that's one of the Pixelmon teams on here. Kind of like Team Rocket, Team Magma, Team Aqua, all that. So, yep. See you back in a minute. Alright, want to get this on camera. take a look at this house. This is nice. Alright, so let's take a closer look at it. Keep in mind, this is somebody's home, so do not try. If you jump on the server, do not try to grief their home. It's okay to look. It's okay to wander around. It's okay to be around people, around the builds, but don't try to tear anything up. That is the quickest way to get banned from a server. So, and as you can see, look right there. Ooh, they got a center spire that's connected by these these 4 towers. But so far, I don't see a way up. I mean, I see the platform where you can go up right there, but, you know, how do you get up there? You know, maybe it's just a cosmetic build. I don't know, but, you know, I would think that if it was more than that, you know, you'd be able to go from there, from these towers up into there, and then from there, just kind of look around in there too, you know. So maybe the owner will see the video and he'll give me a better tour. But until then, that's what we could see, is those 4 towers. And you can see there's more smaller, more modest homes, just made out of wood, sitting on the ground, square home, just like any other. We've seen a million of them. Oh, here you go. Trainers. Actual trainers. So, let's battle this one. Ember. I tell you what, I'm going to cut, and whenever I'm most of the way through his guys, I will come back. Alright guys, you might know who this Pokemon is better than me, but it's a Hoot Hoot. So whatever that is, I don't know. I know it's a flying type, and I need a flying type, so we're going to get it. Alright. Bag. Pokeball. Pokeballs. Sorry guys, I was watching the chat instead of watching the little waiting tab there. Alright, we captured them. Alright. Come back when something interesting happens, or we're in a new biome. Ironically enough, this is one that I've seen before. Fortress. And it's a level 41. So, yeah, not taking it on. Alright, just so you know, this is a new biome. This is a Forest Hills biome. So, yeah. Though technically it has it registered as Taiga Biome. So, I don't know what it is and what it isn't, because I don't see any snow, but it's still registered as Taiga, so, Alright, well, be with you guys back in a minute. Found a cave, need some iron. Be right back. Alright, thought we'd explore the jungle for a little bit. I had to go back home for a few reasons. So, I thought that I'd show you some of the pixelmon that are here, some of the terrain that's here, and apparently some of the caves that are here. I didn't know there was any. Huh. Okay. We'll check this cave out, and I'll be right back. Okay, so it wasn't a natural cave. It belonged to a guy named Turtle Cheek who lives right there. You can see his house. There it is. Alright, so I had to find that out the hard way. Had to use sticks and my golden shovel here. But everything's all good. We've figured out who it belongs to. That means that we know we can't grief it, and we know that we don't want to try to grief it because that could get us banned. So, yeah. Tip in the future, if you get to where you can't mine a block for some reason, or it's acting funny, or it's acting strange, use your sticks. Right click with it, and it'll tell you if it's owned or claimed by somebody, and that'll tell you, oh, that's the reason I can't mine it. Now, for the most part, just doing it once, or just exploring and trying to cave and stuff like that, and you manage to run across somebody's claim by accident, that's an unintentional thing. They will not ban you for that. But if you go onto somebody's property like this right here, this line, this gold block indicates their property. And if you intentionally go in their house or on their property and you try to break something, that is considered grief, and they will ban you for that. I mean, that is a bannable offense on any server that you go onto. I don't care what server it is. But yeah, I mean, if you're just exploring around and you're derping around and you come across something like that, you know, they're gonna forgive you. That's nothing major, because, you know, you obviously didn't know, you know, you're underground, you obviously didn't know that that belonged to somebody, so you can't always be to blame for something like that. But yeah, your best bet is to just use your sticks. If it's not claimed, you can continue mining forward. You know, just, and every once in a while, as you're mining, just go ahead and check, you know, where you're going. You know, even if you're cutting a path through the forest with, say, your axe like this. You know, every once in a while, check, see if the block's claimed in front of you or to the side of you. That way you don't cause anybody any problems, you know. Alright, so we're going to take a better look around, and we'll be back. So I wanted to show you some of the pixelmon that reside here. Metapod is one. We have Venonat. We have a few bug types and flying types out here. And as I come across them, I'll show you. I'll get them on camera. Shh. We're sneaking up on the wild Venonat. In its natural habitat. No, actually, we're in a forest ruin, and there have been a gnat in here. I guess they've either claimed this, or maybe it's just a area where they spawn naturally. I don't know. I have no earthly idea. I just know that they're spawning in here. So, and we're on the top of that spot right there, and boy, the lag's back. I might have to log out and log back in to get our frame rates back up. Magikarp.
Oh, you sound like a dummy. Magic eye.
Alright, so literally we're at 4 frames per... Alright, so apparently we're at the edge of the jungle, you know, so, yeah. Oh, and it looks like a Pokemon Center. Yay. A place to heal up Pokemon and to trade our Pokemon out. Yay. And is that an NPC village? It looks like one. What are the odds of that? Hoodie. Okay. So this is a Poke Center that somebody converted into their house. So yeah. Awesome. And look at all the trainers. Timmy, level 11. Charlie, 31. And it looks like we got a cave here. Maybe we do, maybe we don't. Oh yeah, we definitely do. But it wasn't much of one. It's just like it goes straight through. Alright, so we're going to check this place out, and if anything interesting happens, I'll come. So that area is a small break in the jungle. I don't know why it is, but it is. There it is that we came from the other direction looking at it, you know, from over there. You know, you saw that on camera. And then we just traveled across, and it looks like it's going back into jungle. So, yeah. I'll be right back. Yay! A ravine! Yay! Looks like somebody's been here, so we may not find any resources. But then again, we may. So let me look around, and I'll let you know. Alright, so we'll call this an episode. There's nothing here. And what we'll do is I'll make a second server spotlight video and continue showing you a lot of the other biomes and a lot of the other player-made homes and whatnot on the server. And if you like, you can come check it out for yourself. There is the website again for you to vote, for you to visit their website personally, www.outpostmc.com. And this is Terror. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.